The Splatoon 3 Splatfest Global Testfire has concluded. In just a few hours, we the players could consume the very meat of what the game has to offer. The card game, the locker room, the story mode, that's all fat that serves to make this delicious steak that is Splatoon taste even better. So far we have been treated to an experience that defines Splatoon as a series, which are the turf wars, great music, and pop stars that don't have to submit to the laws of physics. I am, of course, a seasoned Splatoon enjoyer, and all of the aforementioned features are what I was expecting. But you see, Dr. Kamed, who I've featured on this channel before, is a complete newbie, and she asked me to guide her through the treacherous Splatlands. So how did that go? Stick around to the end of this video to find out. Now, ordinary turf war is not all the Testfire had to offer. We were also blessed with hands down the objectively worst game mode that has ever been in a Splatoon game. Yes, even worse than Clan Blitz. Do you remember those missions from Octo Expansion where you had to dodge several streams of ink coming at you without any form of ink of yourself to hide in? Yeah, that is basically what TriColour Turf War feels like. Oh, you want to know why it is bad? Well, I'll bloody tell you. 4 players of the team in the lead by the time halftime comes around have to defend the center of the stage from 2 players from both other teams. These teams are not only competing with you, but also with each other despite only having half a team's worth of players. So in effect the game mode is 4v2v2. The mode likes to pretend that it is objective based because in the middle of the stage is a beacon that, when intercepted by one of the 2-player teams, will activate a giant sprinkler that will permanently spit out the ink of the team that captured it first, unless the beacon is intercepted by the other 2-player team. Except it is not objective based because the 4-player team cannot use the beacon, and if they defend the center really well, they will still lose because there's not enough turf in the center of the stage for them to win the actual game of turf war, masquerading as King of the Hill. But not only do the 2-player teams have to throw themselves at 2 teams, one of which is twice as big, that 4-player team is actively punished for both getting kills and dying at the same time. Let me explain. When members of the 2-player teams are splatted, they respawn at the actual spawn points at the horizontal axis of the map. But when even one member of the 4-player team dies, they can be intercepted by 2-player teams even before they reach the actual center, whilst the center is already way closer to the 4-player team spawns on the vertical axis of the map in the first place. Whose idea was this? Was it yours? Fuck you. And you could say,
oh, but this is just a test fire. Maybe Nintendo will rework it before the game comes out, and maybe even remove it altogether.
Sweetie, you do realize that the game launches in 2 weeks and is practically already made? I'm worried. I really am. I want to be wrong. I want this to be removed. But this is Nintendo after all. They're too busy not offering GameCube ports to listen to actual feedback. Oh, this. Aww.
That's a nice dance.
Okay. Okay, that was nice. I live in Spain without the A.
Without the A?
I live in Spain. The fact that actually got you, Christ. Hahaha.
Yay.
Okay, so the way this works is that every 2 hours the maps change. A communication error has occurred. That's the other side of Splatoon, by the way. When you're not playing, that happens.